tangent of theta being less than 0. So if you think about it, they've given us one of the answers already. Cosine of theta equals 8 over 17. See if I can switch colors and you can see this. That means we're missing the sine of theta, tangent of theta, the cosecant of theta, secant of theta, and cotangent of theta. So in some ways, they've given us one clue. We just need to find the 5 other trig functions. Now they gave us a clue that cosine is positive and tangent is less than 0. So let's go ahead and draw a picture. Class, tell me the quadrant numbers. Ready, set, go. Tell me the acronym that tells you where it's positive. Ready, set, go. I'm going to use colors to help you see how I determine which quadrant to focus on. Cosine of theta is 8 over 17. It's positive. Use your 2 index fingers and place your fingers where cosine is positive. Show your partner. You should have your fingers in these 2 quadrants. Cosine is positive here because that's all the trig functions, and here this represents cosine is. So I'm going to put 2 little green check marks to show you kind of where we're at. To help us understand as well, I did not put my fingers in these 2 quadrants because only sine and cosecant and tangent and cotangent are positive. Cosine is negative in here, but we're going to stay away from there. Tangent is less than 0. You want your bank account to be positive, not negative. So you do not want your bank account to be less than 0. That's a bad thing, isn't it? Now, put your fingers where listen to me, where tangent is positive. Class, are we looking for positive? We're looking for what? Negative. So I'm going to put an X here. I'm looking for where tangent is negative. Well, it's positive here, so their tangent is actually going to be negative in these 2 quadrants. Class, the only one that has 2 check marks is which quadrant? Quadrant number 4. Quadrant number 4 has both cosine is positive and tangent is negative. How would you write cosine in terms of x, y, and r? Cosine is which 2 letters? I've noticed that students have been struggling on that. I would recommend writing index cards or a formula sheet. Can you imagine 10 years ago my students were not allowed to have formula sheets? Okay, so this should tell you some information. Your x value is 8. So let's go ahead and draw an x value of 8. So my x value of 8. And then you have an r value. Here is theta. The red circle was just to show us kind of like we're focused in this quadrant, and my r value is 17. We need to figure out a y value. Partner A, tell partner B a formula we can use to find the y value. Ivan N. I'm trying to figure out a formula to find the y value. What is the Pythagorean theorem?
squared plus r squared plus r squared plus x squared plus y squared plus x squared plus y squared plus
There you go. Alright, so we fill those in. I have 17 squared equals 8 squared plus y squared. 17 squared classes. 289 equals 16 or 64? I subtract 64 from both sides, I get. To get rid of the power of 2, how many solutions do we have? Remember, you have 2. Pay attention. The y value is both positive and negative 15, because remember, negative 15 times negative 15 gives you positive 225. But on my triangle, pay attention, the order pair is going to be x is 8, y is negative 15. Remember back in our lesson from last week, I said, given this order pair, 8, negative 15, can you find the triangle and then find your 6 trig functions? Okay. Now, in this case, in a triangle, okay, can you write a negative value for y? No, but it's a ratio, so here you can write negative 15. It is negative 15 because you're going right as positive 8 and down for negative 15. Now we can find our 6 trig functions. Stephanie, sine, which 2 letters? Numbers? Now, normally we write the negative 15 over 17, right? But remember, that negative kind of goes on the same line as the fraction line. Do you see that? So we already had an answer. They gave us an answer as a clue. Enoch? Tangent. Numbers? Positive or negative? Thank you. Vincent? Cosecant?
r over y.
Numbers?
17 over 15.
And your y values of positive or negative?
Negative.
So I'm putting that negative in front. Thank you. Victoria? Secant? Not here? That's messed up. Just kidding. Sorry, say it again. Numbers? Echo? Thank you. Hannah, cotangent? Numbers? Now, normally students can get the numbers. It's the positive and negatives that confuse them. So, today we just learned an acronym. All students take calculus. The C represents what? Cosine and reciprocal is what? Secant are supposed to be what? Positive or negative? Do you see that? That means everything else should be what? Negative.